Oh my goodness, it's
look
gone.
at that. New one installed. Pushing. Oh my gosh, it just came out with my finger. That's not good. Last year I took my rear mount turbo 350Z to the track where it lasted a whole 2 laps before the clutch exploded and it had to go home on a flatbed truck. Woo. That's not good. After sitting for 8 months due to tight funds, buying a home, heart issues, and parts delays, I'm finally able to upgrade to a clutch that can reliably hold the power. Hey guys, my name's Caleb, and if you wouldn't mind hitting that subscribe button, I would greatly appreciate it as it's the best way to support the channel with no cost to you. Now let's get into the installation of this clutch. The clutch I went with is a southbound 6-puck drag clutch that our friends over at Limp Mode Tuning helped us out with. They're the ones I trusted to help out with the build and tune it to safely make 600 wheel horsepower reliably. As a side note, I currently have a Jim Wolf Technology clutch and flywheel that has served me well over the last 5 years. It even served for a while I was boosted, and I would happily suggest this to anyone who is staying NA or going for low boost. Now I'm a noob at this and mistakes will be made, but stick around and see what gratification looks like when you just go out there and try your best and learn along the way. It worked, dude! Challenge number 1 is raising the car up enough so that I can have enough clearance to drop the transmission and remove it.
All right, so the first thing that we have to do is we moved the red ones, which were for in the back, we're moving them to the front because they're 6-ton jack stands and they can go way higher in the front, and the 3 tons can stay in the rear for now. We have enough room, but I think we're just gonna lift it up just a little bit more and get a little bit extra height out of it, and then we'll dive in there and start taking things apart.
Now that it's up in the air, we can get underneath and remove things like pipes, brackets, sensors, and you can't forget going in the interior and removing all the shifter bits.
So we're about to pull the drive shaft here, and the footage in here is really bad because it's the GoPro and it's kind of dark under here. So I'm gonna film what I can, but I will rendezvous with you guys in a little bit here because I want to do this safely. I don't want to kill anybody here and get real messy, but we're pulling drive shaft out. That's what we're doing.
The drive shaft, which is removed by 4 bolts on the differential, and you can pull it right out of the back of the transmission.
Okay. Whoop. Oh, this thing is so light.
There we go, that's a slip.
Nothing coming out?
No.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Must have been a little low on fluid, eh?
Possibly. Dude, this thing is so light.
I can't wait to feel it. Oh my goodness, I thought you said it was light.
It is.
The frick? It's like 40 pounds.
It's 4 pounds. Get out of here. Oh my gosh.
That's way heavier than I thought it would be.
Oh my gosh, what a Nancy. Hit it with your purse. We're going to the dress shop tomorrow.
Now when it comes to the transmission bolts, there are some tight spots, so I highly recommend a swivel head and lots of extensions to make your life a lot easier. And pro tip, if you go from the top, you will get access to a couple extra bolts.
All right, I got the last bolt out. I actually got it from the top. I was struggling underneath for a while, but then I realized you could go on a ladder because the car's lifted up, and you can get to that last bolt up through the top here. So Nick is over, and we're gonna try and lower this transmission finally. Hopefully it doesn't give us so much fuss, and we don't hurt ourselves. So let's get to it.
Okay, it's separated.
No, it is.
Yeah,
it's just
yeah.
coming down.
Yeah.
Put your arm on that.
Yep.
And
No, I think you're good. Come down until it won't anymore. Because we need to get it out of the shifter linkage. I think it might be stuck at that point. No, probably just needs to go further that way. But we
need to pump it up.
I think so. Good.
Okay. Stop it. Did you stop it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna push it.
I think we just need to
Manhandle.
yeah. Wait. What do you? Why don't we lift up and readjust this?
Lift up and
Yeah.
readjust? What do you mean?
so readjust the jack.
Communicate that with me. Where do you want it to be?
Lift up the transmission.
Okay, lifting it up.
Okay.
You do the.
Yeah.
Okay, there. I need a break.
Okay.
Whoa!
I don't know what it's even supported on.
I don't either. All right, get some good eyes on it because I don't. Okay. All right, we're out. Just drop the transmission. Just drop the jack, nice and slow. There you go. No, you're good. It's totally free, so just drop it. Support it with your hand because my left arm's about to get scissored.
All right. Yep.
All right, there
It's going down on its own, okay? I'm
yeah, you're good.
So make sure you're out of the way.
I'm good.
Okay.
I think. Ow. Okay. Okay. No, we're still good.
Oh, so much transmission fluid.
Oh no, really?
Just embrace it.
Okay.
What's it stuck on?
It's not stuck on anything. It's just coming slow.
Why is the front not coming down?
It is. It's just the back's heavier.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. I don't see it stuck. If it's stuck on anything, it's on your side.
No, I agree. I think it's good. Fun. All right. Cool.
If you have a pry bar and a friend, this will go much, much easier. Thanks, Nick. Now that the transmission is out, I can look at the damage.
Jim Wolf Technology clutch and flywheel here. And these are 12mm bolts. And Nick's having some fun.
You can do the other side.
Alright.
I don't know where it is. Can't say anything. Alright. That'll be a mess, I think.
Ooh. Oh, the surface doesn't look too bad. Doesn't look too great.
Goodness.
Wow. These are the wear marks, right?
No, that's like
The pitting?
it like freaking welded itself to itself.
Oh, are these the little feet?
Because these are the. No,
Oh.
there shouldn't be any feet. What is-
I mean, like what's attached to. Like
oh
this.
my goodness, it's
look at
gone.
that. Well, I got the use out of this one.
You sure did. You
Yikes.
wore all the way through the rivets and everything. There's literally nothing left of this clutch. Wow. Oh, you got-
50,000 miles out of it?
That's the fiberglass.
That's the fiberglass. That's where the rodent came from.
man.
But this doesn't seem like a bad surface. I don't think that's going to need a resurface.
Yes, it does.
Really?
Yeah.
Why not? Or what?
What are you talking about? That's so rough.
It is?
Yeah.
I'm
That's so
literally
rough.
feeling like,
That's really rough.
really?
Look at this down here.
I don't know.
That's really bad.
All right, the flywheel is out, and I have a video for my cell phone of all the debris that was stuck on this side, but this is a serviceable plate. So not every flywheel is like this. Jim Wolf Technology has a serviceable plate. So come over to the workbench and I'll show you what we're replacing this with, and it should only take a minute. So as you can see, guys, this is the friction plate and it is gouged up. It is completely scratched and needs to be changed. So what we have is a replacement. This is part of Jim Wolf Technology. It's about $65 for a replacement piece. And you can see there's all these screws on this side. Well, they've got like Phillips head, but on the back, they're 10mm bolts. So we're gonna go ahead and take our time and get these out of here and get this switched over. So we have a nice, fresh, clean friction plate. I got the inner perimeter done, but these outer ones I couldn't fit my 10 mil in. It's like super cramped in there, so I had to go see what I could find for that. And I broke all stereotypes because I actually had a random extra 10 millimeter that fits perfect. The friction plate is off. You can see where like the heat cycle has been, and that's really cool. So time to clean this up and then get the new one installed. All right, so I had a question about the friction plate because if you notice, this is a full ring. It's full ring all the way around, and the one that I bought also had pictured a ring, and this one has a whole bunch of notches in it, and I was concerned that maybe they sent me the wrong one. I don't know if that affected anything, but all the holes line up. So what I did was I just shot them a quick email, shot them a couple pictures. They were able to get back to me and say, you know, they reached out to the vendor and looked at the most updated photos and stuff, and it is the notched one. So we should have no issues here at all. But shout out to Drift HQ. I appreciate you guys. And if you guys need anything, go check them out. This is all torqued down. This is good to go, and I'll tell you how I did it. So I had my torque wrench set to 10 because that's the lowest setting it would go on, but it wasn't working. So I tested it on a few bolts on the G and even on the Jeep, and it wouldn't work until I got to a higher level of about 80 to 100 foot-pounds, and then it started to work. So I think my torque wrench is spent. So I went out and bought a smaller one because they just need 7 pounds. Which can be converted into inches. So this goes 40 to 200 inch-pounds, and 7 foot-pounds converted into inch-pounds is 12 times 7, or 84. So I went to go torque it down with this. I literally bought this brand new Husky garbage. Doesn't work. Same issue. Tested it out on other vehicles, different bolts and everything. Would not work properly. So I had the good old-fashioned one here, which I was actually kind of using beforehand, but I didn't realize you could convert them. Should have thought of that, but I figured it out. But I went ahead, tested all these. All but one of them were torqued down and even a little bit over torqued. So I don't think that's going to be an issue. Long story short, these are all torqued down, ready to go. Got to clean all this off.
Now that the plate is done, I can replace the old beat up slave cylinder to the upgraded full metal slave. This should be much more reliable in the future. The stock slaves are known to fail at seemingly random times, and I'm not sure if this is the original, but if it is, I'm glad it lasted this long. This is how you replace a pilot bushing with bread. It's got to be low calorie. If it's not low calorie bread, then it's not going to work. This is 40 calories a slice. Anything under 60 calories will work. So 647, let's go. What you also need is something that fits pretty close to the size of this. And also like a 14 mil, but this is for taking out spark plugs. So a spark plug socket will also do something that's roughly the same diameter to get this punched back in. So let's go into the car. So here is your pilot bushing. Oh my gosh, it just came out with my finger. Okay, all right, I guess we don't have to do anything. That is hilarious. What is going on? That's really funny. That usually doesn't happen like that. All right, that's fully seated. The reinstallation of the flywheel and clutch are straightforward, but the reinstallation of the transmission on my own was quite a challenge.
Let me show you what just came in the mail because they didn't have any at Harbor Freight. Hard to believe, but we got a trans jack. So we're gonna put this thing together. Hopefully it has all the wheels or casters that you need. So I saw some reviews where they only sent 3. But 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like I got lucky, so I'm gonna put this together. I don't know if it's gonna work. I don't know if it's too high or too low, but the only way we're gonna find out is put the trans on there, see if it clears.
I attempted to get the transmission aligned for a few days by myself with no luck. I tried a bunch of tricks like inserting the drive shaft to help rotate and try different angles, but I just couldn't quite get it to sit properly. I finally conceded and called for backup. With the help of Theo, we were able to seat the transmission completely and get it all bolted up. I was stoked to have this part of the process behind me and went after the next step, changing the transmission fluid. I called my friend Denny to pick his brain on what brand of gear oil he trusted, and he told me he likes AMSOIL. He asked some questions about what I was doing, and then he asked me if I had aligned the trigger gears correctly. I replied with him, "What's a trigger gear?" He said, "Oh man, you better try and start the car. If the car doesn't start, then you didn't align the flywheel correctly, and you'll have to drop the transmission again and fix it." No! That's not good. Well, I just tried to start the car and it's official that I screwed something up with the flywheel. I didn't align it properly, which means that the car does not start. I'm actually a little relieved that I caught this now and not after I reattached all the turbo stuff, sensors, breathing line, all sorts of stuff. So I have to drop the transmission again, which sucks, but I'm gonna stay on the positive side of things because all my tools are out. I know how to do it. Gives me a lot of practice. I have everything that I need. So I'm just gonna jump right back into it, get it out, and then we'll see if I can reseat it myself. If not, I might be asking Theo to come out for another helping hand, but we'll get this thing going. It's a beautiful day. It's really hard to be in a bad mood on a day like today. So I'm just gonna get to it. All right, so we tore the transmission out again, realigned everything. We saw that the alignment pins we think sheared off. So it's supposed to be really easy to tell how that flywheel is aligned on there, but I messed it up, of course. So we just did a bunch of work. Nick's over here, Ben's holding the camera, and we're gonna see if it starts really quick. So the goal is to turn it on and then turn it off really quick. If it turns over, should be a lot of cheering if that works, and if not, then we screwed something up. So, huh?
Pretty loud.
Okay, it's not in gear. Okay. She works, dude. Woo! Oh, let's go. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, I can't wait to get this thing on the ground, dude. This is gonna be good. Oh.
Did it like scare you?
Well, I didn't expect it to start. Might not even be much left in here because a lot of it went on the ground. That's my measurement. It's hard to see. All right, here we go. Here we go. Oh, pretty clean. All right, I got a couple drips on my thumb, but barely anything. Nice. Yeah, there wasn't much in here. Not much left. All right, I thought I was filming that whole thing, but I guess it was just pictures. So what I did was I took this off. That's a 10 millimeter, and so is the side one. So I took this one off first, then that one to drain, and then I stuck the pump, the Pittsburgh pump, into, I had AMSOIL, but I ran out, so I had to just top off a little bit with Valvoline. If you have to do that, make sure it matches. 75W90 is what I'm using. And yeah, I filled it up. It worked perfectly. That pump was awesome. So I'm just letting it kind of drain and even out, and then I'm just gonna cap it and we'll be good to go. I'm so annoyed. I took what I thought was some good videos from different angles, but just a bunch of pictures. Okay, exciting status update. All of the pipes are on, everything's connected. Hose clamps are tightened down as much as I can. I broke a clip, actually, I was over tightening it, so I replaced that out with another one, got that fixed. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna clean up the garage. I have to move the Jeep out of the way and everything else. We're gonna start the car, leave it on the stands, try and go through a gear or two very gently. I don't wanna fall off the jack stands or anything crazy like that, but I wanna make sure I don't have to adjust the clutch pedal a little bit. I can do that if need be. I have access from when we bled it the other night. So this is kind of a nervous thing for me because I predict that whatever I touch kinda has one or two hiccups, but that's all part of the learning process, right? So I'm gonna turn it on. I'm gonna try and drive it today. I just gotta go through a couple of steps. So let's get everything cleaned up, try and get this on the ground and move the other vehicles out of the way so we can try and get this accomplished today. But if we can, man, I am so excited. This is gonna be a fantastic day, one for the memory books, and I can't wait to drive this thing on the road. So excited, so let's get into it. I think I did it right. All right, she's been warming up. I'm gonna take it over to a car wash to get it washed down, because if I can make it to the Yukon car show, I do want to go, but they are saying it's gonna be rainy, so it might get rained out. But either way, let's take it for its first drive with the new clutch and just make sure everything works, a little shakedown, and get it clean. Bit of a check here. Temperatures are good. I probably have about a quarter tank of gas. I should probably fill up with fresh gas. Oil pressure looks good. The car, you know, is just tuned the way it is. That's why it sounds the way it is. But I can hear the fuel pump running, and I can also hear the scavenge pump running. So I think all systems are go. This feels great. The transmission feels good after the change, and the clutch, first impression, like honest first impression of the clutch engagement, very good. Way smoother than I thought it was going to be. I was hearing some absolute horror stories about six pucks, and it's not bad. Way smoother than I thought it would be. Honestly, not that bad. It's honestly not that bad. Wow. Okay. Cool. All right. I don't think we have
have any boost leaks. I don't think we have any boost leaks. Oh, this is awesome. This is awesome. This clutch feels great. Oh, holy crap, dude. That was awesome. All right, no boost leaks. There's no boost leaks. This is great. Holy crap, that was awesome. Wow. That felt amazing.
All right, guys, well, there you have it. The 350Z is back on the road, and I can't be more excited about it. So if you guys made it to the end of this video, I know it was a long one, probably one of my longest, but if you've made it to the end of the video, I really appreciate you. You guys are the real ones. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so. There's going to be a ton more content with the Z, and I just can't explain to you guys how good this feels. It's been off the road for so long, and it makes my heart genuinely happy just to have it back on the road. And I can't wait to make more content for you guys and just spend more quality time with the Z. So thank you again for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.